All right, let's get into this Gervonta Tank Davis thing, man. Um, it's unfortunate that the brother has to go through what he's going through, but sometimes when I see this happen multiple times, you wonder, is this a toxic relationship? I think Gervonta's in a toxic relationship because she filed again. She filed before and said he did something to her, and then she changed her mind, and you know what I'm saying, and took it back, and they dismissed the charges. But I don't think it's a good idea to keep going back and forth with this chick because she might not be the one for you. You know, y'all got babies together, so it's a mutual love thing going on. But right now, you got to worry about fighting and trying to get richer than you ever been. You know, you trying to get rich forever, man, period. Like, I really don't understand it. A few of our boxers is going through it. Devin Haney just went through it. You know, it's like, it's unfortunate that these young brothers they get into the money and they getting incarcerated because, you know, when you in the hood and you broke, you get in trouble. But when you get some money, it's supposed to be like a different type of life, you know what I'm saying, that you living now because, you know, nobody wants to go back to their old life and, you know, do X, Y, and Z. And when you rich like that, you don't belong in jail. I'm going to just keep it real. You don't really belong in jail. But, you know, sometimes a woman could say something to you and it'll just tee off a man. Like certain words you can't call. You call him a BAN, you know, it's a whole different story. You know, women got ways to pushing men's buttons and getting them to react. And you be like, man, why did you do that? And be like, man, she just went ham and talked to me crazy, and I just wasn't feeling it. So I think Gervonta Tank Davis is in a toxic relationship that he might need to let go. Sometimes it's good to let it go. Real talk. Sometimes it's just good to just abandon the relationship because it's not healthy for the kids to see. And they said, this the part I was listening to. He picked the kids up, I guess, to take them somewhere or take them for the day or whatever. They get into it, and then he tell her to come get the kids, and she comes and gets in the car to get the kids, and allegedly he puts his hands on her in some type of form of fashion. We'll never know because we wasn't there. And he told her to come get the kids, so I'm like, it's happening in front of the kids. Basically, what I'm trying to say. It shouldn't be happening in front of his kids. His kids shouldn't see nothing like that towards their mother, and the kids shouldn't see no violence or anything towards their father. Period, point blank. It takes a village to raise kids, and I just feel like both of them should be on the same page. If y'all can't be together, y'all should just be able to co-parent and, move on. At this point, if they're not together, I think they should just award somebody in the family that can, be the mediator or be the bridge to them, drop the kids off over on Sue house and I'll pick them up, or drop the kids off over their granny house and I'll come pick them up. So they ain't even got to see each other, because this type of fighting right here is just, the man is training. He's trying to get his brain right for the fight. And I talked to somebody, I ain't going to say their names, but I talked to somebody and they mentioned that the relationship was the problem, the girl was the problem. So last time I knew something was wrong with Tank, and I couldn't figure it out because I don't know him. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Y'all go check out my song. It's called Like Tank Davis. It's on all platforms. Like Tank Davis on all platforms. The song is really hard. I really put some creativity and ingenuity into writing that song. But it's called Like Tank Davis by Greedy Mac, GreedyMacc. I put a lot of ingenuity and I put a lot of creativity into writing that rap. I really I studied part of his life. I went and looked and did some studying, and I just I just paid attention. I did some research. That's the word I was looking for. I did a little research on his life, on the things he had, the things he owned, his car collection, his belt collection, his fighting, how many titles he have, and how many weight classes, and I just put it all into a rap, and it came out pretty decent. But at this point, I think the man should just focus on fighting, what he's good at. That's what he's good at. The relationship thing ain't gonna work right now because it's gonna take him out of his game. That fight that he had with Lamont Roach, I think he could have did better, and he said it himself. He could have did better, but You know, if you're not in a good headspace, you're not in a good space at all. It's nothing for you to do. There's no way for you to win in a bad headspace. How can you win in a bad headspace? So, you know, I think he should take some time off and just figure himself out, and, you know, get rid of all the negativity that's around him, because you can't be positive. You can't have a positive career if you got nothing but negativity around you. You know, you don't want no toxicity, none of that type of stuff. You got to push forward. You got fights to engage in. You got fights to book. You got fights to show up for. Right now is not the time for Gervonta Tank Davis to be getting into it with other people, you know, because, you know, you got Shakur Stevenson calling him out because he had a good night. Shakur had a good fight. You know, it was pretty decent, but the Mexicans still put hands on Shakur, though. Like, don't think that Shakur just won like that. I think Shakur had more power punches, but he called out Gervonta Tank Davis. Like, let's fight. Gervonta is in he's in physical shape to fight, but the mental is not there. But if you get any value from this video, please like, follow, and subscribe. Like, follow, and subscribe. It don't cost one red penny to like, follow, and subscribe. I appreciate it. If you can't subscribe, hit that like button for me. I would really appreciate it, because it helps the video go around in the YouTube atmosphere. And people can thumbs up, thumbs down, comment on it, you know, talk crazy or talk cool, whatever they want to it. They could just, you know, I want the interaction. I want the traffic. I want it to grow legs and move forward. My channel was growing slow, and the only way it could grow anymore is if you guys pay homage and show a little love. And I appreciate every subscriber, appreciate every liker, I appreciate every commenter. See you soon. We post every day.